Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a luxury haul from Sephora. So all products in this video can be found at Sephora or Sephora.com. And in this video, not only will I be showing you the products, but I will also be trying them and giving you guys my first impressions on everything. And we are going to be creating this makeup look that you see right here. Now we do have a lot of fabulous products to get into, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This video is very kindly sponsored by Sephora, which I'm so excited about. This is the first time that I work with Sephora, and I have you guys to thank for the opportunity, of course. Sephora is, and you guys know this, my favorite beauty retailer. I've been a part of the Sephora Beauty Insider program since I was in high school. I signed up because I definitely wanted their birthday presents, and as the years have gone by and I have reached VIB status and Rouge status, I have loved the perks that come with being part of the program, of course. Very recently, I think it was this month, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was able to finally snatch one of the Rouge rewards, which is basically exchanging my Beauty Insider points for a $100 gift card that I then immediately used to buy some product. So just make sure that you sign up for the Sephora Beauty Insider program. I will leave you guys the link down below, and make all of your purchases through it, because when your points start accumulating, you'll start seeing those rewards rolling in, and it is very exciting. Okay, so thank you so much Sephora for sponsoring this video. And since I was able to pick out some products that I wanted, I went all out and I wanted to pick out some really luxurious items that I've had my eye on for quite a while. So let me show you guys what I got. Okay, so one of the products I got was the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have had my eye on this foundation for probably years now, and for some reason I never went for it. Something else would always come up that I would be a little bit more interested in because it was the new thing and I wanted to try it out, and I never actually went for this one to try it. I went ahead and grabbed mine in the color 4.5, and I'm really hoping, I was very confident about my color match online. I think Sephora is definitely the best place to color match yourself online, since that's kind of like the best way to shop for makeup lately. And that color looks spot on. It looks exactly the color that I like to be. So I think 4.5 is going to work amazingly. What I love about color matching myself on the Sephora website is that they show you all kinds of pictures. I really use the pictures where they have a light, a medium, a tan, and a dark complexion arm, and they have the foundation swatches on the arms, because I can kind of look at the light arm, which is the one that I want to color match myself to, and see the different undertones of the light color foundations on their skin. You do kind of have to know what your skin tone is like. Like, I know that I am a light skin tone with neutral undertones, and then from there on I look at what different shades have a neutral undertone, and then I look at the models that they use for the different shades and see whose skin color looks the most like mine. I don't know if that helps. I guess I've never talked about like color matching yourself online, but that's the way that I do it, and I find that it works really nicely for me. That was a weird tangent to go off on, but I think it probably is helpful. Another product that I was so excited to try was the Gucci bronzer. Everybody raves about this Gucci bronzer, so I took this opportunity to finally grab for one. This packaging is so beautiful and luxurious. I grabbed mine in shade number 2 because I liked that it had a little bit of a cooler undertone. I cannot wait to try this one and see how it works on my skin. Something else from Gucci that I have been dying to try is the Gucci foundation powder. The packaging of this one seems to be just as luxurious. It has a cream top instead of a Tiffany blue top. And this one I got in shade number 3, which I'm really hoping is going to work for me. Another one of the products that I was very interested in trying was this right here. This is the Dior Backstage Eye Palette. I have heard really good things about these too, and I have never tried them before. I got mine in the color 002. These are called the Cool Neutrals right here. I was looking for a palette that had a bit more of a cool undertone. I feel like I have a lot of neutral and warm palettes in my collection, but not a lot of cool tone ones. So I was looking to expand, and this just seemed like the perfect palette to grab. Now, that was not the only eyeshadow palette I grabbed, because I was very tempted by this mini star palette from Natasha Denona. I love my mini palettes from Natasha Denona, and I think it's always a good idea to expand my eyeshadow collection from Natasha. I absolutely loved the way that these shades looked right here. I'm very excited to try out these shimmer colors, and I thought also that it would go really good with my Dior palette, so I'll probably combine these two a little bit. I know that I'm going to use mostly the Dior palette because I'm very interested in really testing out this formula, but I cannot not try a Natasha Denona shimmer from this mini star palette. Okay, and then everything else I have is from Westman Atelier. Now, Westman Atelier, I feel like it's been very buzzed about lately because it is new at Sephora. I finally decided that it was time to give this brand a try, and these are the products that I got. I have to say, this packaging is extremely luxurious. This right here is their contour stick. I got mine in the color Biscuit. This next one came with a pouch, and this right here is a gloss, I believe it was. Let's see, the Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm. This one looked absolutely beautiful on the website. The color shows through right over here on this side. Let's see, what is next? Baby Cheeks blush stick, and I got mine in the color Petal. This is what it looks like right over here. I thought this color was going to be really nice and natural looking. And last but not least, the Super Loaded Tinted Highlights. This one is extra fancy. This comes in like a faux leather pouch. I have to say, I'm a very big fan of their matte black packaging, and this is what the highlighter looks like right here. I got mine in the color Pod Peach. I'm not sure that I'm saying that right, but I will link it below. Since I did an all luxury makeup haul, I'm going to accompany these products with some other luxury products that I already have in my collection. So I'm going to start, of course, with the Gucci primer. I absolutely love this primer. It blurs my pores and it gives my skin really nice hydration. Let's go ahead and try the Armani foundation, which I am so excited about because, again, I have heard nothing but amazing things about this one. And I am blending it out with a damp beauty blender. So far, from what I can tell on this side of my face, this foundation is everything that it's hyped up to be. I really like the medium buildable coverage of it, and I like the luminosity that it has. It looks very natural on my skin. It reminds me a lot of my Pat McGrath foundation, which is my current favorite foundation in my collection. And it doesn't surprise me because I learned recently that the Luminous Silk foundation from Armani was designed by Pat McGrath as well. This coverage is perfect. Medium buildable coverage. It's thin enough that my skin still looks like skin. And you can kind of see a couple of like freckles through, but it covered all of my redness and it evened out my whole skin tone. I like to use a bit of a color corrector under my eyes, so this one is from Charlotte Tilbury, and I used the medium shade. I use number 2. And for concealer, I'm going to use my Pat McGrath concealer. I have the color L6. Let me blend it out with my beauty blender. Alright, so now that the concealer is blended, let's go ahead and give this Gucci powder a try. And I think I'm going to try it with the little sponge that it came with first, just to see how it performs with that. I do like the color that I chose, but it's definitely not a color for my under eyes because it'll make them a little darker. It's the perfect color to just set my face with, and so that is what I'm going to do with it. So I'm just patting it all over my Armani foundation. I have to say, I get what the hype is about. This powder is very good. It's not covering a lot. It's kind of like a medium coverage powder, but it's also not a translucent powder. It does have a little bit of color to it. And I really like that it laid on top of my foundation beautifully, and it's a very blurring powder. I feel like my pores look diminished. My skin looks a little bit smoother where I put it. I lowered the light so you guys could see it better. So you can see I don't have it under my eyes because I want to use a translucent powder under my eyes. But right here where I put it, my skin looks a lot smoother than with the foundation alone, which is really nice to say because the foundation alone looked beautiful. So the fact that this powder made it a little bit better, I think is incredible. So far this one I really like. I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder to set right underneath my eye so that my concealer won't crease and things won't move. And I'm also going to use it to set my eyelid. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this beautiful eyeshadow palette from Dior to create an eyeshadow look. I'm using my Sephora Collection concealer brush to use this primer shade on my eyelids. And I'm going to start with this color right down here in my Sephora Collection fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that color as my transition shade. So I'm back and forth blending that color on the crease of my eye. I like to do just little back and forth motions with my fluffy brush and do little circles around any edges just to blend things out very evenly. I'm switching my brush to a bit more of a pinched blending brush, and I'm going to grab this shade right over here. And I'm going to put it on the outer corner of my eye and blend it into the transition color we used. Okay, this shade is beautiful. It's kind of like a satin finish, not matte, not shimmery, and it's blending into that previous color very beautifully. Back with my fluffy brush, I'm going to grab this very light pinky shade right here, and I'm going to put it on the first half of my crease area, just to brighten things up a little bit right here and add a softer tone to the look. I really like how that blended into the rest of the shades. I think I want to darken things even more, so I'm grabbing the darkest shade in the palette here. I don't want too much of it, just, yeah, that's perfect. Just a little bit of a darker outer corner to the eye look. I have to say I really like this palette so far. Look at how much depth and how blended my eyes look. I'm going to go into the Mini Star palette from Natasha Denona now, and I think I'm just going to use this middle shade right here. Oh yeah, that looks dreamy, and I'm going to put it right here on my eyelid. I'm tapping it on with my finger. Woof, that is beautiful. This shade is absolutely stunning from this Mini Star palette. I love that. And with my flat brush, I'm just defining that top edge. I'm going to use the darkest color in the palette for my under eyes. I'm just back and forth swiping it from the outer corner and all the way to the tear duct area. And then I'm going to mix these two together on the tip of my fluffy brush, and I'm going to smoke that down with those shades. Let me do a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back to try out the rest of these beautiful products. I'm back with some mascara on, and I'm dying to use my liquid lip balm from Westman Atelier because my lips are looking so dry. So I'm going to first do a little bit of a lip liner. This one is Natasha Denona in the color Ilona, which from all of the Natasha Denona lip liners I've tried, Ilona is definitely my favorite. And it's nice and cool tone too, so it'll match my eye look very nicely. These go on so easily. Oh my god, yes. Immediately this liquid lip balm from Westman Atelier is a hit. That looks so good, and it is a balm. It's not sticky at all whatsoever, yet it looks and shines just like a gloss. I have no words. For sure, this is what I've been the most impressed by so far. I really love the way that looks. That was a great pick. Okay, let's move on with Westman Atelier, which so far is very promising because I think that's the first product I tried and I'm obsessed. So let's go ahead and contour with it. I'm going to use the Biscuit Contour shade. I'm not sure how convenient this is on top of powder, but I did not think it through. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do a line right here where the hollow of my cheeks is, actually a little bit above the hollow of my cheek, and I'm going to do 3 little upward going stripes so that my face looks contoured. I think I'm going to pull it forward a bit more, and I'm going to do some up here, sides of the nose. The tip of my nose is my main problem, so that's what I do, and then I just pull it up on the sides and my jawline. This feels very creamy, so I'm not worried about like rushing to blend it out. I'm going to use my Rare Beauty foundation brush to blend it out because this has proven to be an amazing brush. Just like I suspected, this is a dream to blend. No resistance at all, it blends out so easily. Even on top of powder, because remember, I had already blended out that Gucci powder on my skin, which ideally I should have done afterwards, but again, I didn't think it through. And this still is blending so easily. Okay, that cream contour is blended and so far so good. Let's move on to the blush, and again I got mine in the color Petal, and I'm going to just dot it on with the stick. And I think I'm going to just blend it out with my finger because I think that is what we are meant to do here. I'm very impressed about how all of the colors I chose actually go together beautifully for a makeup look. Like that blush matches the eyeshadow and the lips match the eyeshadow. Now that I think about it, I don't think that's ever happened before. With the tip of my finger, I'm just going to elevate my blush to my temples a little bit. I've been into doing this lately because I feel like it gives me even more of a lift to my face. And I also think it just blends better with the contour color that I had on there as well. Okay, I think my fingers did a fine job at blending that out, and I really like the way it looks. It's so natural, yet it gives my face a really nice amount of color. I have 2 products left to try, and I don't know what to do first, if I should do the bronzer or the highlighter. This highlighter is so heavy. Let's see, I think I'm going to do the highlighter first, and I'm also going to do it with my finger because when I was swiping it, it just felt very natural to use a finger. And I'm going to start just tapping it at the high points of my cheekbone here, into my temple. This is melting right into my skin. It's creating absolutely zero texture, and it looks very nice and illuminated. Yeah, I think I really like this highlighter. I think I might have gone a little overboard with it because I got excited, but it's like everything glows seamlessly. This is actually a cream formula, and I absolutely love the way it's making my cheeks look. Let's do a little on the center of the nose and my chin. I love everything so far. This looks so good. Let's do the Gucci bronzer, and I want to be very light-handed with it because I already contoured my face. So I'm going to use this very small fluffy brush from Sephora collection, and I'm just going to start on my forehead with it and just back and forth blend it on top of my contour. For some reason, I've been looking at this one online for a while, and I never realized that it's not matte. It has more of a natural finish than a matte finish, which could be a wonderful thing. This one so far is blending out beautifully. Let's do a little bit on the cheekbone here and temple. Keep in mind that this number 2 shade is very cool toned, and it feels like a little bit goes a very long way with this one. Okay, I think my setting spray dried. I am in love with the way that my face came out today. I now get why everybody's saying such nice things about these products. I was very impressed by the Gucci bronzer. Even though I used it on top of a contour stick, I could tell how easily this one blended. I will definitely keep you guys in the know about this one once I use it on its own as well, because I definitely want to see it perform on its own to like fully form my opinion. But so far I really loved it. I really like that it has more of a natural finish to it rather than a matte finish. So I do think that it looks quite flattering on my skin, and I am of course obsessed with this beautiful compact. Like 50% of why I wanted this one was definitely the packaging. But now that I have it and I've tried it, I can tell you that it is actually a really good bronzer. I also really liked the Gucci setting powder. I want to try this one on its own as well to see really how much coverage I can get out of it. Just put it straight on top of the Gucci primer and see how they perform together. But I did really love the blurring effect that that one has. I don't think I had tried Dior eyeshadows here on my channel ever, and I've definitely been meaning to because I wanted to know how the eyeshadows perform. And I can tell you that this cool tone palette, every shade that I tried performs beautifully. Everything blended out very nicely, and it's a really good addition to my collection because I've definitely need a little bit of an expansion on the cool tone eyeshadows category. So I'm very excited that I tried this one, and I liked it. Of course, there is the Natasha Denona palette as well, which I knew I was going to like because I'm obsessed with everything Natasha Denona makes. This shade right here was the only one that I got to try today, but I absolutely love it in the middle of this eye look. It definitely stole the show in my opinion. The Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is definitely everything that it's hyped up to be. So if you have normal to dry skin and you're looking for a medium coverage foundation that has a luminous to natural finish to it, I definitely recommend that you try this one. It is very thin, yet it covers all of my redness while still looking very natural. So I absolutely love those types of foundation, and that one I have been needing to try forever, and I'm so excited to finally have it. I know that you guys will see me use a lot of this one in future videos because I was very impressed with how good it looked. The Westman Atelier products have the best freaking packaging, especially this black matte finish that the packaging has looks so luxe. This feels as heavy as a stone, and I absolutely love the highlighter and how beautiful it performed on my skin while still looking very nice and natural. If you're like me and you struggle with texture on your cheek area and highlighters enhancing the texture, this would definitely be something I would try because as you saw, it looks really good and natural, and I did put a lot on, okay? But it looks very nice and natural, and I don't think it's enhancing any of my texture. The contour and blush sticks by Westman Atelier also performed really nicely. These Westman Atelier products do have a little bit of a higher price tag, so I really have to test them further to really assess whether or not they become true favorite products, and I can tell you that they are worth every penny. But so far, I really liked the performance of them today. I really thought they blended out very easily, they built up very easily, and I like the tones that I chose for both of the products. And lastly, this was like the most impressive product for me because I honestly didn't expect much from it. It was just a lip balm, and then when I saw it paired with my Ilona lipstick on my lips, I instantly fell in love. This, I can tell you, is already a new favorite. I absolutely love how it shines, how it makes my lips look, and how it makes my lips feel, more specifically because this feels like butter on the lips. The packaging is so luxe, so weighted, and it just looks so juicy and beautiful without being tacky in the least bit. I absolutely love this lip balm. So because I really liked everything, let me tell you guys the 3 products that I am the most excited about. Obviously the balm is one of them. I absolutely love the way that this one performed today. I really liked the Gucci bronzer. Again, I can't wait to try it on its own without contouring underneath, but even with everything I had underneath today and using it kind of like as my last step, I really like the natural finish of this one. I like the color that I chose a lot, and I also really love that it blended out so easily on top of everything, and it just added a bit more depth to my face. So that Gucci bronzer performed beautifully, and it definitely lives up to the hype. And then the third product that I really loved using today and kind of finding out about was this Dior eyeshadow palette because it just performed so good. I definitely was looking for a really good cool toned palette, and this palette delivered. I really love the eye look that I came out with. Everything blended very easily. I think that the color selection in here is beautiful, and I even liked the little primer that the palette has in it. So those were my top 3 products out of everything that I tried today, but I can tell you that I really enjoyed using everything, and I know that you guys can tell on camera that everything performed beautifully because, I mean, just look at me. Everything looks so nice. So thank you guys so much for your support that allows me to have opportunities like these, and thank you so much to Sephora for sponsoring this video and letting me pick out these goodies to share with you guys. If you're not a beauty insider at Sephora yet, definitely check the link down below and sign up because you have nothing to lose and a lot to gain from being part of their program. I also have a code for free shipping, so make sure whenever you place your order you use the code free ship. I'll leave it down below, and you can get free shipping with any size order that you place with Sephora. So check out the links to everything that I talked about in this video down below, and I'll also have a link to every single product that I have on my face today. Thank you guys so much much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you're new to my channel, my name is Patty and I would love it if you subscribed. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!